Hi, my Jenny doers. Hope you're all still doing well. We are midway into the new year, in the first month of the year, and I don't know, there's something about literal beaches, and this page, because I always find myself traveling and then I have to then take a video because it's due, right? And I've just been meditating about something that has been sitting in my mind, because I just want to convey a message and appreciation to people who do an 8 to 5 job. Like, there's so much emphasis on influencers, so much emphasis on people in the entertainment industry. Like, we clap for these people, we celebrate with them, we vote for them to be nominated and to win awards. But ain't nobody clapping for the average 8 to 5 person. And this is something that is very concerning, because majority of the people who have made it are actually the ones who are doing the 8 to 5. And I feel like there isn't, even in the companies that we work for, there isn't that much clapping. There is not much recognition of what we do, right? And even if you are recognized in your company, it's a very limited scope. So you only are known how capable or how good at what you do you are by the people you work with. As for the general, whereas with the other people who are doing the most, it's a public knowledge, right? We gauge them, we attack every area of their life, because their lives are literally open to the public. And even when they fail, their failures are magnified, right? And even when they do well, what they do well in is magnified, because they're in the public space and over so many viewers. People they wouldn't even know or don't even know have so much to say about their lives. Whereas the 8 to 5 guy is only known how great they are by the people they work with and the people they are working for, i.e. family, i.e. yourself, i.e. your own family, or you taking your sibling through school, you being able to provide a shelter, you coming from a foreign land and finding a job in any other country, which is a very big deal, which people do not even recognize, that as a foreigner it's very hard to find a job in SA, a good professional job, right? And then for you, South African child, whom you went to public schools for that matter. I'm a product of a public school, so I really feel like there's so much emphasis in today's age and time to take kids to the best schools, to the most expensive school, to the most English dominated school, where they will become more open and experience better things than what we experienced. And I think as a future parent, I also know that for me to feel like I'm doing more, my child needs to be exposed to bigger and better things, right? And sometimes that just means taking them to better schools. But being a product of a public school child myself, coming from a rural area, there's so many of us who overcame challenges of even making it to grade 12 and graduating. That in itself is an achievement, because when we look at the people we grew up with, most of them fell along the way. You don't even know who they are. When you see them, your heart literally skips a beat when you're like, damn, this is how your life, or how life has treated you and brought you, you know? And yet we don't acknowledge or appreciate the 8 to 5 guy who is still waking up every morning, trying to make sure that they get to work on time. Okay, someone is selling ice cream, so this is life. who has to wake up early in the morning. Someone who has been disciplined to stick to a gym routine and still make it to work on time, so that they can be good to themselves in terms of their health, and also avoid traffic and get to work on time, do their job and leave late. That person who is the first to come and the last to leave. That person who's doing more work than their peers. That person who even isn't doing more because their job doesn't require them to, and they still get their bills paid. I mean, I'm talking about us 8 to 5 people, because I'm still in that category for now. Us 8 to 5 people whom literally me keeping my job requires for me to be there on time, leave on time, deliver. But yet no one is clapping. No one is putting it on the pedestal that it requires. We are not taking our job seriously. We're always complaining, always thinking of the next best thing. And I'm guilty of this too. I mean, I would love a job where I don't have to go to work every day, or where I would like start at like 11 or 12, or a job where it's flexi time if it's my own business. However, not all of us are called to start our own business, guys. It is very important for us to be okay that it's okay. Not all of us are called into being entrepreneurs. Not all of us are called to become personalities. Not all of us are called to be on radio. Not all of us are called to be influencers. Not all of us are called to do all those things. But you are called to be great in whatever you're doing. And I'm shouting out to all the young professionals, those who are already on their way and those that are still working to get on their way, those who are still in high school, still not sure which career path to take, those who are now matric results came out and now you're figuring out which varsity to go to and what to study. I'm shouting out to you. Yes, a lot of people who are making it, who you listen to, are people who are probably not in the field that you're in, but take aspiration and the discipline and all the lessons that got them there and apply it to your own profession. We need called doctors, we need called accountants, we need called engineers, we need called nurses, we need called emergency rescuers, we need bay watchers, guys. We need someone driving a taxi. We need someone answering the call when a geyser busts in the morning and you have to be at work at 8, but someone has to come and fix your geyser. We need someone to come and fix our electrical whatever in the house. We need electricians. Every job is a requirement, right? Because every job should be a solution to a need. If people still need it, then you are still needed. Let us stop the hoo-ha of feeling like making it means you now need to start your own business. That means you now need to become an influencer. Not all of us need to start YouTube pages if you're not called to it. And if someone else is on YouTube, hi, me, doesn't mean that someone who's not is not living their best lives. We are all called to different things. And I think in our generation, there is this feeling of feeling like you have not made it if you're not like the next best person, or the next thing you see on Instagram, or the person you see on who looks like they're living their best life. Listen here, I follow people who are always traveling. I love traveling, and sometimes I'm just like, Lord, what do I need to do to be one of those people? But if someone's goal right now is to build a house for their parents, that is you living your best life. If you are now called to just save money, sit your bum down, as much as you have been qualified and your peers are probably on their second or third car, on their second or third child, on their second or third marriage. If your next best calling is for you to even save, for you to own a car, to own a house, be the best in what you are being called to do right now. Stop comparing, because if we start living in a place of comparison, you don't know how the person got to own what they're owning. You don't know how the person is getting to live the life they're living. Maybe their priorities are not the same as yours. It is key to always identify your priorities and to live within the scope of your priorities. It is okay to be the best in the profession that you're in. We don't all need to do the same thing. And that is when the generation and the ecosystem balances, when everyone is being great at what they do, when the policeman is being great at what they do, when the pilot is being great at what they do. A pilot is carrying different types of people who are in the flight for different reasons, going to probably the same place but for different reasons. Someone is going there for holiday, someone is going for work, someone is going for an emergency operation, someone is going to visit a relative who is sick, someone is going to a funeral. I mean, sadly and fortunately, our lives are not the same. We do not have the same priorities. We don't have the same burdens. We don't have the same black taxes or lack thereof. Someone's big dream right now is just to travel, whereas someone else's big dream is to build a dream home for them and their spouse. And it is okay as long as you live within the bounds of what you're called and capable to do for now. So the main message of this is to call a shout out to everyone who is doing their best in what they are doing. even though not right now, maybe it's not what you want to be doing, but the fact that you're waking up and still doing something, that something might be you investing time in yourself, that something might be you reading and studying, that something might be you doing an 8 to 5, that something might be you opening your own business, that something might be you still dreaming and not even sure what next steps to take, that something might be you taking a gap year. People undervalue the importance of a gap year. And I was having this conversation with someone recently that is so interesting how at freaking 19, I'm expected to know where my whole life is going. You want me to be sure about the career I want to do? Really? Seriously? You want me to be sure which varsity I want to study in? You want me to be sure about what I will be doing for ultimately the next 30 or 40 years of my life, which is we retire. Labor law requires us to retire at like 60 or 65, which is still optional, obviously. But at 20, you're making a decision about the next 45 years of your life. And somehow along those decisions, do you really think all of us will all make the right decisions? No. If you're at a point where you're thinking of transitioning from your career, dude, it's cool. It's fine. What I am saying is, live within the greatness of whatever it is you're called to do. And if right now whatever you're called to do is just a stepping stone to where you're going, great. If you're already doing what you want to do, I promise you, even in that, there will be challenges, because we all need to be beginners at some point. Beginners meaning you need to study that degree. Beginners meaning you need to probably start that business, and it's not going to be great at first. You need to put in a lot of hours. Beginners meaning you need to wake up early and go to your 8 to 5 job and stop being lazy. Beginner as in maybe you need to go to gym and become healthy. Whatever new beginning you need to start, just start it. But to my 8 to 5ers, we see you. You are doing great. You are doing great. You are building onto something that your parents didn't even have. Our parents did the best they could for us. Let us work to make sure that our kids also get the better version, upgraded version of what we got. And in the meantime, stay true, stay humble, stay grateful, and stay faithful to what you have. Because if you're faithful with the little you have, you will get more. The more means a promotion in what you're already doing. For some, more means a whole complete change completely. But take the right steps right now to be good in whatever it is you are being called to do. For me, Magic, somewhere being a Baywatcher, because I'm not even wearing swimwear. But yeah, love and light. Take care and keep being the best you can. Until next time. Bye.